Hello, good afternoon. So, are you enjoying the event? Good. So, my name is Hae-young. So, I'm heading the Service Standards Lab in Samsung Research. So, my team is working on the research and standardization of local connectivity technologies. So, I'm happy, and I'm very excited and happy to first meet you face-to-face again, and second, talking about the ultra-wideband, especially focusing on the standards activities to create open ecosystem. So creating an open ecosystem requires very close cooperation with industry stakeholders. So it cannot be achieved by a single company, no matter how big it is. So in that sense, my presentation will show you how Samsung and global companies have been collaborating with each other. So here are what I'm presenting today. So first, I will introduce my view on spatial intelligence. It may give you some insight how ultra-wideband enable excellent user experiences. And then I will talk about what Samsung has been doing to create open ecosystem. And then lastly, I would like to give you some takeaways about the vision of ultra-wideband applications. So let's start with spatial intelligence. So let me ask you one question. So how did you get here today? How did you get the way to the Moscone Center? Yes. So I use GPS navigation and Google Map on Galaxy smartphone. And I believe most of you, many of you also use GPS navigation to find a way to get here, right? So most location-based services today are powered by absolute localization, which means recognizing exactly where you are. So GPS is one of the key technologies to provide the absolute localization capabilities. So I personally started my research on the GPS in graduate school about 25 years ago. So when, at the time, GPS was not well known to people, even to engineering students, but only used for military applications. But everything has changed. So GPS created tremendous new products, services, business cases, and also it provided huge opportunities to mobile app developers. So we also witnessed that it changed our lives. So however, the spatial intelligence, spatial awareness does not always require absolute location. So imagine what would happen if each and every device knows the relative location of its companion devices. So with the precise relative localization, the intuitive user interfaces and sometimes zero user interaction may present more attractive applications. So it does not even require heavy infrastructures like GPS satellites or Wi-Fi access point networks. So here are some examples. So one example is digital car key. So it measures the precise distance and direction from a car to the owner's smartphone and determines whether to allow unlock doors or start engine based on the relative location. Another example is Samsung Kickshare using the capability we call point-to-share. So you can easily select the target device you want to share your files with by pointing your device to the target device. Then it shows the target device on your screen on that direction. So I'm sure that this capability is going to enable more and more multi-device experiences. Then what technology can provide the best capability of relative localization? So I think ultra-wideband is one of the most appropriate technologies. As the name suggests, ultra-wideband uses wider spectrum bandwidth, which means the wavelength is much shorter than other radio technologies. It provides many advantages. Number one, the timing measurement is more accurate and reliable. And number two, it is also more reliable, more robust to multipath because the short wavelength helps to avoid overlapping of direct and reflected signals. So in addition, ultra-wideband provides the physical layer encryption and secure internal interfaces between an ultra-wideband module and a secure element, which makes it possible to implement secure services such as payment and access control. So this is the reason why this technology is recently getting attractions again from service providers as well as manufacturers. Samsung has been commercializing ultra-wideband enabled devices since 2020. Samsung also introduced novel applications such as point-to-share, digital car key, and precise smart things find, and indoor navigation with location-based digital guide in an art museum in Seoul. Today, most services are applicable to only Samsung products, but we are expanding the adoption to other manufacturers so that all devices can interoperate each other across manufacturers. So we believe free interoperation among different vendor products can only provide extremely valuable user experiences. So we call the environment as open ecosystem. Then what can we do to make it? So now I will explain how and what Samsung has been doing to realize that open ecosystem of ultra-wideband. We have a dream, we have a vision that all devices from different industry verticals across home, mobility, retail, and industrial will communicate each other and measure the distance and relative location each other to provide convenience and rich experiences to our customers. This is all about interoperability and openness, so which enable developers and service providers to enjoy the capability for their own purposes. Then what makes that interoperability? So Samsung strongly believes global standards enable that interoperability. That's why Samsung has been proactively collaborating with industry partners on the standardization activities in addition to technology enhancement. So here are three key standards organizations Samsung has been proactively contributing to. The IEEE develops ultra-wideband physical and MAC layer baseline specifications. And then the FiRa Consortium specifies interoperability through the certification program. It also investigates the promising ultra-wideband applications and develops supporting specifications. The Connectivity Consortium provides very specific application, digital car key, using ultra-wideband capabilities. So let me introduce more details about the FiRa Consortium. So when Samsung started investigation on the possibility of ultra-wideband, there was no organization providing the interoperability framework. So at that time, Samsung was very confident to the technology itself. However, we also knew that without interoperability framework, the technology would not be widely adopted, especially for connectivity technologies. So for example, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are widely used in connected devices today because Wi-Fi Alliance and Bluetooth SIG provide interoperability throughout their own certification program. So we decided to form a consortium which takes a role to provide interoperability and accelerate ecosystem in the market. So we founded FiRa Consortium in 2019 with 6 partners who have the same vision with us. So for the past 3 years, so more than 100 companies joined the efforts, including major chipset, device, and platform providers. With the joint efforts, FiRa Consortium successfully has launched the first ultra-wideband certification program and will deliver the open ecosystem shortly to your hands. So you can leverage that ecosystem to provide applications with the precise spatial awareness. So earlier, I mentioned the open ecosystem cannot be achieved by a single company, but it requires close cooperation with industry stakeholders. So now I'm happy to invite some of my friends who are pioneers of the ultra-wideband open ecosystem and listen to their vision.
At NXP, we are true ultra-wideband enthusiasts. We work tirelessly to advance ultra-wideband capabilities. Today, we have the broadest portfolio of ultra-wideband chipsets with solutions designed for automotive, mobile, and IoT markets. Understanding the interdependencies of ultra-wideband devices used across these industry verticals is crucial for the broad adoption of the technology. These interdependencies can only be managed through collaboration and standardization. What unites Samsung and NXP is the commitment to harness the power of the collective industry. Together, we co-founded the FiRa Consortium as a way to guarantee consistency and compatibility across ultra-wideband devices. It is because NXP's chipsets are FiRa certified that device-level FiMAX certifications are easy to obtain. Also, FiRa standards empower developers to create exciting interoperable ultra-wideband applications. All of this brings us one step closer to a widespread ultra-wideband ecosystem. Together, we can accelerate the adoption of ultra-wideband and transform the way we interact with smart devices.
Hi, I'm Ramesh Sombikrishna-Swamy, CTO of HID Global. As a leader in access control and identification technology, we are enthusiastic about having joined with Samsung to establish industry consortium, FiRa, to support the UWB technology in an interoperable way across the chipsets, devices, and services. Interoperability is key for adopting UWB technology across use cases and broaden the ecosystem. A robust open ecosystem would create new innovation opportunities. HID believes that precise spatial awareness will transform the way we identify people, places, and things, and how we access resources and services. FiRa's vision is to create UWB standards and certification programs that support interoperability. We are happy to partner with Samsung and other industry players in this effort. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Daniel Knobloch. I'm responsible for standardization of digital key within BMW. I believe in a world where many vehicle OEMs interface with many smartphone OEMs, proprietary solutions are not an optimal approach to scale. The development of the CCC digital key has shown that efficient ecosystems are built as standardized solutions. The Car Connectivity Consortium introduced the use of UWB as accurate and secure ranging technology for the CCC digital key. Leveraging the expertise and support across all member companies made this development possible. I highly value the role of Samsung to strongly support global standards the whole industry can benefit from. Amongst many other companies, Samsung and BMW have used joint efforts in endless discussions identifying the best technical solutions to create an open ecosystem for car access and engine start in the Car Connectivity Consortium. I'm looking forward to many more years of collaborative work to follow.
Hi, my name is Ahmad Ramadi, and I am from the Android connectivity team at Google, working on ultra-wideband architecture and standards. Google is committed to a standards-based approach for developing UWB support in Android and aims to ensure an open and vibrant ecosystem. We have been collaborating closely with Samsung to specify ultra-wideband-based ranging in standards bodies, including in FiRa. Our joint efforts enable app developers to seamlessly use Android APIs to range against both Android devices and third-party accessories. Details are available on the Android developer website. Thank you, and have a great day.
Great, awesome. So I appreciate the Charles, Ramesh, Daniel, and Ahmed for sharing their thoughts and vision. So I heard they all emphasized the openness and global standards. So we have been collaborating for years to make the vision reality. The working together with people who have the same vision and faith is always my pleasure. So with the joint efforts, I believe the ultra-wideband ecosystem will be around us shortly. So far I talked about the standards activities and the importance of it to expand adoption and usage of ultra-wideband in the market. So now I would like to close my presentation, providing you the vision of future ultra-wideband applications. So one of the best ways to use ultra-wideband is to understand users' intent without direct interaction. So it supports the spatial experience with convenience and intelligence throughout your daily lives. So this picture shows target applications, ultra-wideband applications provided by FiRa Consortium. And it may give you a hint what services you will be able to use. So let me give you some examples. The station employees will be able to validate your ticket without physically showing your ticket or tagging your smartphone on the NFC reader. You may pass through the turnstile at the transportation gate or in your office with your phone placed inside your pocket. So it makes your two hands free, and you can still bring your laptop and coffee on each hand. So you don't need to tag your ID card on the NFC reader. At exhibitions like SDC outside, the hosts can easily collect the visitor's information without scanning the QR code or RFID on your badge. And you can also enjoy the better AR/VR gaming experiences using the precise relative location and gesture recognition using ultra-wideband. So you can find more interesting applications in the FiRa website. Those use scenarios will be on your hands in the near future. So leveraging the standardized ultra-wideband technology. So in order to make the dream realized, the many companies are collaborating and working hard even today in multiple standards consortia. So I'm committed that with the capability of precise local connectivity and the relative localization, and its unbounded possibility for better user experiences, the developers as well as consumers may realize the value of what Samsung has introduced, the do what you can't. So thank you for your attention, and hope you will enjoy the rest of the event.